Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, members of the council. Thank you. My name is Garrett Graves, and I'm running for Congress for the district, the 6th district that includes Livingston Parish. You've had some candidates come through here already. You're going to hear people come through. They're going to talk about a lot of things that are important to us in Louisiana. Whether it's the problems with Obamacare, whether it's the fact that we need a balanced budget, whether it's some of the encroachments on our Second Amendment rights. And those are all important things. And we all need to be pushing those things around the country to ensure that Louisiana's values aren't infringed upon by the federal government. It's important. And it's important that we push a pro-family agenda. That we make sure that the parents and the children in this state, the parents are allowed to actually parent their children in this state. Don't have government come in and infringe upon their ability to do that the way they want to do it. But we also need to introduce, I think, a number of important things into this election, into this campaign. And it's talking more specifically about things that are important to Livingston Parish, things that are important to South Louisiana. And looking at this area in particular, looking at the extraordinary growth rates that have happened in Livingston Parish, the traffic problems are unbelievable. And they're inappropriate for the size of this community, and for the size of Baton Rouge, and for the size of the North Shore. It's inappropriate, and we need to fix those issues. The flood insurance issues that we recently have been challenged with, watching, in effect, the federal government come in and devalue our homes and our businesses. They can call it whatever they want. That's what they've done. They've devalued our homes and our businesses, and it's inappropriate. As a matter of fact, I believe that many actions of the federal government, including the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, have increased our vulnerability in South Louisiana. And it's not our responsibility to pay for that. They're the ones who need to fix it. And I'd like to make that an important issue in this election. Some of the flooding issues that we're seeing here now, whether it's because of our lost coast or our coast that's eroding, or it's because of development changes, or because they're sending more water down the river systems, those are issues that need to be addressed. And they're issues that I'd like to introduce into this campaign. And education issues. Making sure, like Livingston Parish, which has a phenomenal educational system, that the decisions are made at the teacher level and at the school level, and that we don't have mandates coming down from Washington telling us how to educate our children. Importantly, you also have economic development challenges. Louisiana has amazing natural resources in regard to our energy, our seafood, and it's a great place to start a business, to start an industry. But if we don't have proper infrastructure here, we can't provide those economic development opportunities and those employment opportunities. Right now, the federal government is actually preventing us from being able to fully develop many of those natural resources that affect our state. Mr. Chair and members of the council, I'm not here just telling you campaign platforms or slogans. These are things that I've actually done. I have worked and provided over $1 billion in additional funds for the state of Louisiana to invest in transportation projects like I-12 expansion. I have helped to organize national coalitions for the National Flood Insurance Program to see that we could advance at least the partial fix that was recently enacted by the Louisiana delegation, as well as some of the folks in New York and New Jersey that were really leading that charge. I have helped to break the logjam on the Cody Diversion Project, which is designed to provide flood relief for this area, which was stalled for literally years, working together with Senator White and Representative Hodges and Representative Mack and Representative Pope and Senator Vitter in our congressional delegation in D.C. Breaking the logjam on that project, where $16 million have been sitting in a Corps of Engineers account for years with nothing being done while we're still flooding in this area. I helped to authorize the changes to the Amy River Diversion Canal to help improve that area. Provided funds to help purchase additional lands in the Maurepas Swamp and made those lands available for public access, for hunting and fishing. We didn't lock them up. I drafted the legislation that authorized the Coastal Impact Assistance Program that provided $6.5 million to Livingston Parish that was used here to help make improvements to the Maurepas Swamp and also hydrologic restoration or marsh creation in the western portions of Lake Maurepas. And many, many other things that I've done over the last several years. I worked for Senator John Breaux, I worked for Senator David Vitter, and I worked for Congressman Billy Tozier. I worked in D.C. for 13 years, and I've been working down in Louisiana now, I've been back home, been working here for the last 6. working on hurricane protection, coastal restoration issues. And I have experience in making government operate more efficiently. DC's a mess right now. The Congress is a mess and the White House is a mess. And I've been able to come in the state of Louisiana like I did in 2008, 2009 when I first started, taking components of 6 different state agencies that were all related to the hurricane protection and coastal restoration mission and taking parts of them, taking parts of their funding, parts of their personnel, and reorganizing them. And as a matter of fact, through that effort, we actually increased project output by over 500%. And all we did was add 12 employees. 500%. We built more miles of levees, we've restored more acres of our coast in the last 6 years than any other 30-year period in our state's history. I don't do a lot of things well. I mean, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I do this well. I do. I know how to make Washington work. I don't have any illusions of being one of 435, and I'm not going to make any grand promises to you, but I'll tell you, I will be part of the solution. I can make things happen there. I've done it before, and I'd like the opportunity to do it again. So thank you very much for the chance to speak to you. We have another meeting a few exits down, but I'll be around for a little while. If there are any questions or follow-up, I'd be happy to